welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And today on my channel we're going to take a look at the legendary heroes Newage, Macchio. So Macchio is part of the Galvatron Darius collection, I guess you'd call it, and it's their take on a shattered glass Megatron. I think I'm right in saying this is also my first ever Newage figure, and also the first time I've ever ordered from Show Z. So first things first, we're going to take a look at the packaging, and we'll get to this packaging in a second, because first of all I want to show this packaging. The packaging that I got from Show Z is absolutely fantastic. They put a box in 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 a box. So first of all, when you order from Show Z, you get pretty much the classic Show Z wrap with the tape on it that says Show Z, which is pretty cool. But then this box was wrapped in all this bubble wrap, which also says Show Z on it. Each corner had this little protective plastic piece on it to make sure that my box was not damaged in transit. That was absolutely fantastic. And then that box was placed in this box. So really impressed. Now let's move on to the real box, and this is a box, right? This is absolutely awesome. On the front we have legendary heroes, Newage, and then we have this here, and of course, and this gives it away, this is a real nice throwback to the Karate Kid, which is awesome. So this is number 24, Karate Master Macchio. I'm probably saying that wrong, probably butchering it, from the multiverse. Karate Kid type thing right there, and it says, one more lesson to share, the price of honor, the price of friendship, and they must fight when only the winner survives. And then at the top we have legendary heroes and a picture of the actual figure, and it says Karate Master. Then on the side we have the alt mode and we have the bot mode, legendary heroes and Karate Master Macchio. And then on the back we have the bot mode and little sound wave, again shattered glass sound wave in the back. Newage 15 plus, box art by 2020, made in China. And then we have warnings that says don't eat your children because they have small parts. Same stuff on the back, and then we have a big barcode on the bottom, and I think there was the same picture as was there. Nothing really different on the inside, but these legendary heroes, certainly for this Darius line, have some of the best boxes I've ever seen, and you'll see more because I've got about 4 more of these bad boys coming. 3 more different variations on Darius coming, so you'll see the other box arts for them. The destructions are in a worksheet format here. A little bit annoying because obviously this isn't Galvatron, but the instructions are for Galvatron. So the instructions at the end here say, show you a little bit of what each one should look like, but this is not Galvatron, and I have to say there was a few parts in it where I'm not sure if the clearance was quite right on this Megatron. So now let's take a look at the main event himself, and this is his space ship flying thing mode. I'm not entirely sure what Megatron's alt mode is in the Shattered Glass universe, so I don't know how close it is. I know the bot mode is fairly close to the Shattered Glass universe Megatron, but I'm not sure about the alt mode. You can tell me down in the comments how close a representation this actually is. But yeah, I think it looks nice. I quite like it as a kind of flying tank. It's a little chubby. You can see where Galvatron is. You can see where Galvatron is hiding. He is Galvatron with a beak and some wings. But I really like these translucent lasers here. These little translucent bits at the side as well. Massive gun weapon at the bottom. Of course, these little tracks here looking great. The hands typically of Galvatron are not hidden all that well in this mode. But overall, the thing looks great. The white is the whitest white. It's very black. Loving just the little touches of red as we go through. And the translucent blue is just beautiful. Around the back, it's a little hollow, as a Galvatron usually is. But you can see there is these little flashes of silver here at the bottom as well. I think these bits are die cast as well, so that's nice. Everything else on this figure is pretty much plastic, but very, very nice. Not much you can do with it. No articulation really. It just looks, yeah. No real accessories to talk about in this mode because it's wearing all the accessories. So we can now do a comparison. So comparison here, first of all, is Galvatron. This is the Mech Fans Toys Galvatron, so you can see it's actually a very similar size to the Mech Fans Toys Galvatron, because this is the Legends kind of styling. Then we can bring in a Core Class Megatron, and he's bigger than a Core Class Megatron. We already know Core Class is slightly smaller than the Legends style. And then finally we'll put him next to a Siege Megs, so you can really see the big difference between these two. Transformation time on this dude then, and the first thing we're going to do is remove this and remove this, because he is a little bit of a parts former. We will attach this back onto the gun like so, because that makes the cannon for Megatron to go onto his arm. Very, very nice. Always reminds me of like the front of a killer whale or something. This, I don't know why, just the shape of it looks very sea-like, I guess. Then we move on to this section here. And this section here, first of all, we're going to sort the arms out. So we can bring the arm down. This piece here just folds in on itself and comes round. And then the hand can go down, and then the same on the other side. So on the other side, we can go on this one. And then just bring this round and push this little section down, and you can put that back there and put the arms down straight. Then at the back here, you can just disconnect this, because with this section being disconnected, then you can fold all of this out. Now you do get a little bit of a choice here. You can take these off, and I'll try and do it without taking these two pieces off, but when I was transforming it into this mode, I couldn't really get some of the clearance that I needed to get on certain bits without removing these two sections here, so they are removable. Now that we have these two bits up here, we will unbuckle everything that's down here, because this is just put in there. So we'll move this out, and we'll move this down because now we need to do a little bit of twist and shove. So move this section up and bring everything around. So this section here, yep, this section here comes round like that. So we've got this then twisted. Then we can just fold in, and then this will come in on itself, so you've got it kind of concertinaed back up. Okay, so now comes the kind of twisty, turny, complicated bit. So we've sorted all this out, and then the next thing we need to do is these little, they look like switches, but they're not. Just poke them down back in this. What they may have already moved during the transformation, but just make sure that they are flush inside there. Now we're going to turn him again, and we can now see that he is facing this way, and then we can start to move everything around. So start by folding the arm forwards and folding the arm forwards. Then this is where I needed to take the blue things off, because this, you see, this needs to come up, and you've got clearance issues here and here on the guns. So this is the point where I would say it's just easier to just remove these two bits. But before you do that, fold this piece in and fold this piece in. So you've got those two bits there folded in, and then you can bring this forwards, down, he can ride up, and then this section will just go in there, and then this section goes up to form his back, and then you've got a tab here and a tab here where the wings will just tab in. It just makes everything a lot simpler if you remove those two guns. There may be a way to get the clearance done without removing the guns, but hey, why risk scuffing everything up? Then around the side you've got a tab here, the tab's in just there. Very simple. A tab here that just tabs in to the side, and we're starting to get a little bit of a look here. Turn the hands round at this point as well. That's the top half done. Then we can start to work on the legs. The legs fold out, fold out. There's lots of foldy pieces on this. Everything kind of just concertina, which is very nice. So this concertina's there, then this just folds in on itself, and background is quite nice engineering on this, I have to say. There's, for such a small figure, there's some beautiful engineering. Then it's going to be the same on this leg, so we just fold everything out. This section as well just needs to come down, in and around, and then when you bring this in, you just need to make sure that this section here is where it should be as well. So just fold that out for now, and then, oh, there we go. You can see where the kneecap goes in. You can see that you have to twist the foot round and then lock everything down on the side. Spin him around. I'm spinning around. And there we go. And final touches to our little Megatron here would be that he needs his arm cannon. And that should be everything for our little karate master. So here he is in his fully transformed robot mode, and he looks pretty damn nice in this mode, I have to say. Really nice touches of black, blue, red as we go through. Lots of little bits. We've got the little gold flashes here as well. Quite the Galvatron chest and everything else. Obviously there's a bit of a head swap and the backpack is very different. Head sculpt is nice, really nice, cool baby blues there, just like the Shattered Glass Megatron actually has. Nice black head, silver face there, red touches on the top. Backpack is actually really cool. I love the backpack on this, and you can also kind of pose it around however you want to give yourself more clearance on the articulation, which is always very nice. We got the red, the black, the little flashes of gold that really make it something a little different. This is actually all die cast as well, so that's a really nice touch as well. These do pop off on the regular though. Really cool at the back. Always nice when they haven't really forgot about it. You've got a few screws in the hips, but other than that, the back looks very clean on this figure as well. Moving on to the articulation end, you can get a full 360 on his head, and then you can also, as I said, you can articulate this backpack, kind of manipulate it however you need to get the look that you really want to get with this. You can also get a full 360 on his arm here. These do, I mean, you can see there that they do pop out fairly on the reg. So the tab here, it's not really a gripping tab as well as I would like, because you end up just overextending the arm constantly on this figure, which is a little bit of a pain. Then you can get a full 360 on his arm here, and also you can get a nice extension here. This will obviously follow it. You can manipulate this however you need, but this will follow it because it's on the same hook. This is unfortunately extremely loose on my figure. Very, very disappointing on that. This one is a lot more stable, luckily, because it has the extra weight. But this, I'm going to have to use some of my Fix-It on this to try and make this a little bit stiffer. And then you can also get some extra articulation here on the hand as well. You can move that. At the waist, we already know we can get a full 360 due to the transformation. You can also maneuver these hip skirts however you want very nicely. This, again, you get a little... The range of motion on this for a Karate Master is a little bit limited. I have to say, he can go a little bit forward, a little bit back, maneuver the hip skirt out, and he can go out as well. So not quite as much as I would hope, really. You can get overextension at the knee due to the transformation, and the thigh, sorry, will also flex in and out. Toe articulation is up, down, and added just specific toe articulation here as well, which is pretty good. But I have to say, if in all honesty, these legs here on mine feel very loose, and so does this. So yeah, from an articulation and posability point of view, I'd have to say I'm a little bit disappointed. And for a Karate Master, he cannot karate kick, or maybe we can get him to do it. I was trying before and I couldn't get the Karate Master. I mean, you can see the legs are loose as anything, but no, Karate Master cannot karate kick. So accessories for this little Karate Master, we can see the cannon here on the side looks absolutely gorgeous. Very, very nice. Like I say, this kind of, I don't know why it reminds me of a killer whale type aquatic animal here, but it does. A very nice, love the metallic blue flashes as we go through it. Really posable on this side, because this side on my figure is extremely stiff, which is good. But you know, you can see here how easily this untabs, which is disappointing. You can get that to just go out, but you have to hold the tab in as well. The gun actually can be replaced, so you can maneuver this and you can pull off one of these ports, and you can give him this look if you would like him to have a more kind of Galvatron look here with the blue energy, which I actually think doesn't look too bad. It does look a little bit thin, but hey, it's alright. Added accessories with this figure as well are some little handies. So we have some hand up high five handies, and we have some pointy finger handies, and they're all just on these little spools. So if I take it off, we can just remove the hand like so, and then we can just put in a high five handy. Give me your money. Yeah, and then we can also add in here a little pointy finger handy as well, so we can, you went that way, so you can give him that. Obviously the only ones that you can use in the transformation would be these ones. That's the only one you can use. So now time for the comparisons, and we'll start off with the Mech Fans toy Galvatron, who is also a Legends class, and we can see that he stands a little bit taller than the Newage Shattered Glass Megatron. So yeah, they look okay together, and this is a piece of crap though, so I'll be really glad to replace him on my shelf. Next to the core class Megatron, we can see that he stands much taller now. We can really start to see the difference between the core class and the Legends scale. Then finally, next to Megatron from Siege, we can see that he is much smaller, so he's not really gonna go well with your Siege and Earthrise figures if you're trying to get him. So time for my final thoughts on this dude, and it's a real tough one, this. The alt mode is neither here nor there, but I didn't buy it for the alt mode, but it looks okay. It looks okay. I'm sure the Galvatrons will look better when I get the Galvatron. The bot mode looks absolutely fantastic. much more than happy with the way that this dude looks and the way that he's painted. It looks fantastic. Love the hands, the head sculpt, and this awesome cannon on the side and these translucent bits at the back. But the articulation is loose as all hell. That and the legs don't have the kind of clearance that I'd like. So it's really difficult. I'm not going to pass judgment yet until I really pick up some of the other ones. Maybe my figure is really loose, whereas the other ones may be slightly better, because this arm is okay. It is really this arm that is the challenge. So yeah, I'm gonna hold my judgment. At the moment, I would say he's about 70% what I want. We'll see if the other figures can really push me over the edge on whether or not this sculpt is good, or whether this is a common problem with this arm on this figure. Let me know your thoughts on this dude down in the comments. This is my first Shattered Glass Megatron. Hopefully, I'll get a few more for my shelf very, very soon. I'll see you in my next video. Alright guys, in a bit. Peace!